Yes.
What can you tell us about this new season?
That we are in Neverland for a while, I think. We are all on a boat and we are all very wet for a while. That's what we're very aware of right now. And I don't know. I mean, Neverland is a new world. It's a new land, and there's new rules, and we're all going to be learning how to deal with it as we go. I mean, Hook and Regina have a different awareness of that land because they've been there before, but everyone else is sort of just discovering it as they go.
How much do you think Emma knows about Neverland? Like,
Nothing.
Not even.
No, Emma doesn't know anything about anything ever. I mean, she's a real person. I mean, or in her mind, she's a real person. So she's always in a situation where she's discovering as she goes, and you know, sometimes I think that can hurt her, but sometimes it serves her to her advantage, because whereas Regina and Hook might be aware of how dire the circumstances are in Neverland or how scary or intimidating something should be, she doesn't know. So she's sort of got a false sense of security that it is overcomable, you know, and that she will find a way to overcome.
It seems like, you know, one of the big things about this is her being able to kind of take charge and really kind of be able to run and be an adventurer like her parents, which she kind of was doing already in a different sort of way. So how different is it now that you're kind of, the mission specific is to save the sun in a place that you never know, with all these kind of dangers, and kind of grapple with wanting to take charge?
Yeah, I think, you know, I think for all of the characters that's a relevant question, because the reality is, you know, season 2 was very much about the idea that we are both. You know, this idea that they were part of their first selves and part of their original selves. And I think season 3 is a real journey of self-identity for everyone, because Neverland is going to force us all to deal with our pasts, and it's going to force us all to deal with our emotions and our relationships. And so when you sort of deepen those things, you end up taking a look at yourself. And I think that there's going to be decisions made for every character of who are we truly. So instead of we are both or we were once, it's who are we truly. And so I think this season is a real season of self-identity for all of us.
Emma thinks that Bellfire is dead at this point. Does she find it out in the first episode?
I don't know when she finds out. I don't know yet when she finds out. But I mean, you know, I think that there is a flicker of hope that he may have been able to survive, but as far as she knows, there's not a good chance of it.
What inspires you these days?
I do a ton of reading on set. I don't do well sitting still between setups and things, and I've been reading a lot actually about directors, and more for my own interest in directing eventually, but I didn't realize that it actually ended up being very inspirational in terms of acting. And I feel like a lot of the books that I've been reading about directors and about directing have really sort of enlightened my approach to sort of things as an actor and life in general. You know, I think that you know, there are great lessons to be learned by great artists, and reading the things that they have to offer has been very inspiring. Yeah, I would love to direct eventually. Yeah.
You know, Emma believes that Balefire is dead, and that we previously had an interesting relationship with Hook, and, you know, kind of two birds with a feather, but very standoffish. And now that you're trapped on a boat with Hook, thinking that Balefire is dead, and also kind of being stuck in that thing, do you know what kind of
Well, I think that, you know, I think the connection, if there becomes a connection between her and Hook, it's going to be over him helping find Henry. You know, Emma is not on Jolly Roger thinking about romance. Even though she should be, because she's been lonely for a long time. But she's not. She's there to save her son, and she's already gone through losing him once, and she's not going to go through losing him again. And she certainly doesn't want it to be her fault if he's been lost again. And so she really will do whatever it takes. And I think that because she's been so hurt in her past, and she's been abused and abandoned in so many ways, when someone does step up and make a decision to participate in helping, that means a lot to her. So I think that the connection between her and Hook will come from however he does or doesn't help her find Henry.
And And Emma totally, she overcomes a lot of the stuff, the abandonment. How did she come to terms with being okay with loving Belfire and then also losing him and then going to save Henry, kind of to not lose the two people who matter the most?
Yeah, I mean, the problem for Emma always is that she has no time to deal with anything. Things happen so fast that, I try to build those moments of reflection into her while other things are happening. But the reality is she lost Neil and lost Henry so quickly that her need and determination to get Henry back is trumping her shock and numbness and devastation of losing Neil. So she's not in a place where she's really dealing with it. I mean, we get little tiny glimpses of it in the writing, but time is moving so quickly. The adventure is moving forward so quickly that there's not a lot of time for self-reflection over any of those issues. So I'll be interested to see, once she does find out that Neil isn't dead and then is faced with him in life again, I'm guessing that that's when we're going to start to discover what her process is going to be over her feelings toward him or not, so it's, I just think that things move forward so fast that it's hard to know.
What's your feeling about Magic having done this show? Do you think it's good or bad?
I think that magic on our show represents a lot of different things. I think that, we talk about magic in a very literal way on the show, and I think that part of what people relate to on the show is that in certain moments magic means love, and in certain moments magic means adventure, and in certain moments magic means loving your child, and in certain moments magic means discovering your passion in life. And I think that magic in the real world is a form of manipulation because it's sleight of hand and it's an illusion. And magic, the way we deal with it is because it's real in the world we deal with it. I think is more representative of deeper things in life. The things that move us, the things that do give you goosebumps, the moments in life that feel impossible and miraculous in certain ways. And so I think our version of magic is very different than going to the Magic Castle and seeing someone do a card trick. You know what I mean? So it's I think we sort of all deal with magic in a metaphorical sense because I think it represents bigger things in life than once upon a time, whereas in the real world it would be the same.
Last question. You've heard that belief is a big theme this season. Emma came into the show, obviously as a non-believer, so she already has had a lot to do, I guess, figure that out. So what can you say about where you think she's headed next in her arc in season 3?
Yeah, kind of like I was saying earlier about the idea of self-identity. She believes in magic because she's been forced to believe in magic because she's seen that. She's believing what she's seen. She saw the dragon, she slayed the dragon, she saw the dragon. And so belief and faith is taken to a different level when you have to believe in something you can't see. And I think in real life, one of the scariest things to do is believe in yourself because you can't, it's not tangible. Our heart and our spirit, our soul is not something tangible. And so for her to believe in herself and to believe in who she truly is, or at least discover who she truly is actually going to be her journey in season 3.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.